I just gave Arnez a part for the string bass. It's a really, really cool part. And yeah, we just reading copy. Just for right now. No pressure. Now, don't play like a tuba. Play like a string bass plucking it. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Yeah, but you're reading. Yeah. And it's fine that you're reading it down an octave because you know the string bass, it sounds down an octave from what they read. There we go. Hey, here we go from the beginning. Which technically makes string bass one of the few transposing bass clef instruments. Okay. You have that part? Okay. All right, so let's look at let's take this back to the beginning, actually, and I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm not going to say anything at all. Let's read this back from the beginning. Actually, I am going to say something. Each one of you, as you come in, you have a style that you're changing to and that you should completely emulate, right? So some of you have some of you have yeah. When you come in, you're changing style. You're like that interlude in between the two that's like oh, you're just breaking it up. There's one more thing. Sometimes, right now, some people might have something like, but you're screaming it louder than the melody that's sitting right behind you. So you need to play that so we can get that melody. We're going to get from the beginning. Somebody Dr. grab some mallets to play for us at the beginning of this. As they do that, I want to just make this one comment about the ink on this page. If you don't do way more than what it says, it's going to be super stale. You have to do like way more than what the ink on the page says. And we talked about one thing with the woodwind, just making sure you're emphasizing the accents that you have on any of these like long connected eighth note runs, so that we can hear the emphasis on those rhythms, right, that they have. Right, it's going ba ba bam da dee. So we need to hear those accents on those beginnings and get those rhythmic features. Sure. One, For that at S. We actually had there was a lot of things were supposed to happen that didn't come in, so then I just started queuing the different people where they were supposed, like, not even where they're supposed to come in, just started queuing them on entrances. And it's like, all right, we're gonna start right at S. So thank y'all for making that happen with us, which is like literally what could happen on a concert. You never even know, right? And so let's take a look at a couple of those places that I checkpointed in my mind as we were going through these things. I took a little bit of, a couple like flags, put them down, and now we're just gonna go like, pick up those landmines. And here, let's go all the way back to J. We're starting J. This rehearsal marking J. There's a couple things that if we don't get to look at those things right now, I just want to make sure I've said. Trumpets, wherever you have your emphasis in those big old broad moments, you're actually always the most important people, which I think is really, really awesome that they wrote it that way. Horns in that last section, can you tell me where that was? Is that at E? Is it? You know where I had the melody for a long time? We have to make sure that we can hear the horns. Or make sure we're underneath the horns because they're the only people with that melody there. Let's go back to rehearsal marking J. This is rehearsal marking J. J. 2 and J. 2, 3. So don't think that they have anything that we're gonna just comfortably feel in our normal, like easily symmetrical time. No. They have a 5-lit, so we have to make sure we come in in time. Don't slow that down. 1, 2, and J is here. Here we are. I mean, you can go but you shouldn't go right? Go somewhere with those phrases. The same thing on these, like go somewhere with those too. Like you're knocking on the door. Percussion, make sure we'll just try to line that up a little bit more, and hear where that rhythm ends. We need to hear the endings of the rhythms too, so that we can sit back on it, boom, and know where we're landing. Can we start in the same place right at Jay?
I've got a question.
Yes.
At 151, how fast do you want that fall to happen at the end?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me hear it again, but I think whatever the highest voice is doing, I'm always thinking we need to match that highest voice. Like that's what I thought every time we've done the fall, which I think the highest voice is doing it a little bit longer. Am I right? Am I crazy? Play that for me, Tyler.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, can we start at, look at that rhythm that we have at 151. We're all in there together, right?
Yeah.
All right, boom, let's start at J. We're at J. 1, 2, J is here. Yes. Yes. Like, for real. That's gorgeous. Coming together really, really well. You have some of these interjections, though, that aren't going to be heard as amazingly poignantly as we want, because the trumpets have melody on top of it. All right? So listen to where the trumpet has melody on top of your runs, and know that that's somewhere that you can take a breath, so that you can play the next part of that run really, really, really full and project it, so that we can hear the rest of it as the trumpets are holding long notes. On this next rep, make sure we listen for that. Trombones, I would love to hear what you're doing at K. I would love to hear what you're doing at K, because right now it's not unified rhythmically or stylistically. We're at K. K, everybody in. K, everybody in. Everyone is in at K. Trombones have the melody here. Percussion, you have a dynamic change because a natural dynamic change because people drop out. Still be full. Here's K. 1, 2, K is here. Trombones, percussion, here we go. To read the music, it isn't to make to read the rhythms and play the rhythms, is to unify what we're doing, right? All of y'all can play all of these rhythms exactly the wrong way, and it'll be perfectly right. So make sure every time you hear yourself do something not together with the rest of the ensemble, you're making an adjustment so that we can fit together in our beautiful puzzle. Let's hear that again, trombones, percussion. 1, 2, our ways to go, let's be right. 1, 2, K is here. There's one thing that we gotta look into, and that's the glissando into that high note. Can you play right on the high note at measure 167? Play right on your note at 167 so we can hear that chord. Y'all have it too. Y'all have this same melody, right? Y'all play that note at 167? 167, and your note at 167. Ready, go. Alright, so don't let this scare you away. Now let's add the fall. Wow! Ba-be, da, 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 dee. 1, 2, here we go. Lit. Let's take it back one measure now. One measure behind. Take it back one measure. 1, 2, ready, go. You know what I'm saying? Go back one measure. So we can put it together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, I see what's happening now, but thank you for that. That's awesome. Hey, can we get everybody in that cave? Everyone in that cave. 1, 2, and everybody, cave, here we go. Trumpets, right now, you're not coming in at the same dynamic as the trombones before you. You are marked softer than them, but dynamically, it should still sound like it's coming from that. Trombones, you're doing a great job of answering the trombones. With horns, everybody's chilling out at M. Are you able to play that one dynamic four at M? So cross out that mezzo forte and put like a forte plus. Everybody, beautiful dynamic contrast going into M. May we start at measure 185. We start at measure 185. And I can't emphasize enough, if the only thing you ever learn from me, ever, is that when you see repeated notes, that you do something on it, I would have taught you something that most students never, ever learn. I guess they'll probably, I'm sure they're taught it, but they just don't do it, right? Like, yeah, do the thing. Here we are at 185, 185, 185. And 1, 2, 185. You're doing a beautiful job playing this. Can you, as we get into O, try to play as rhythmically accurate as possible to line up with the people behind us. Even though you're doing a amazing job, I don't know why I just said that. Everybody right before this though, our rhythms aren't lining up right. Our rhythms isn't lining up. Can y'all clap that rhythm for me at 226? Can you clap your part at 226? 1, 2, 26. Good. And y'all hear, we heard a couple of those slams, right? Heard a couple of those slams. Some of us are trying to make these triplets, some of them are trying to make these really, really even. Here we go. 1, 2, 26. Good. It's played different than what it kind of looks, right? So don't hold that dotted, don't hold the quarter note tied to an eighth note out for too long. Hey, can we play this at 221? Actually, let's take it back a little bit because we have to do something. We have an obvious build happening in our music, but we're already fortissimo. So now we have to create a place where we drop down so that we can build. That place where we drop down is going to happen in measure 213. 213. A lot of the times, as teachers will say, make sure you drive somewhere, drive to the end of that phrase, and then drive to the next one, drive to the next one. But we don't talk about after you drive, then you got to reset the car. You got to reset back to 0 until you can drive some more. All right, here we go at measure 210, 210. Mathematically, it seems like this should not be a good place to start. Measure 210. 1, 2, and 210. Here we go. Like we're losing momentum by getting softer. Here we go again at 210. Remember, we're fortissimo at 210, and then we drop down at 213. 1. Madeline is such a great student. This is the first time I had them in an academic class and in an office. It's always like this. Even outside in the class. 1, 2, here we go. Right. You gotta make this like more of a solo for you.
I know,
like,
I'm confused when it starts. Is all.
It starts. It starts after here. Yo, and then I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah. I have been. Oh, that wasn't bad. No. You've been seeing me. We've been looking at each other. Every time I look at you and do this, you're like. That's me, yeah, that's the cue. I don't mean that, you're doing great, for real. Oh, you're so mad at me, I can see it. You just rose your tongue in your mouth. Hey, so, and clarinets, when we had this part at P, like, knock Quint out of his boat, like you have to direct. All these kind of things. And the same thing trumpets where you come in. This might be the last thing we do at P. Here are P. 1, P, and then we'll go again. 1, 2, and P, here we go. Okay. Hey, could you look at this next time? So when we get together next time, I want to hear you and Quinn on that together, because I never heard this Barry Sax thing that you got there.
Yeah,
it's going to be beautiful. Hey, everybody, I love all of you. What's wrong? What happened?
Am I the only one that has that?
I mean, no.
No?
No. Bass has it too.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to hold everybody up for just your question, my bad. Hey, love all of y'all. Y'all have a great day. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Go, 3, 1, 2, 3.